do we think, Tonka? Happy day. Oh, a little pool time perhaps. Happy day here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. Trying to keep up with Tonka the tiger as he smells some of his toys that have been garnished with some scents by his caretakers. What do you think, Mr. T? He says, I'm stepping up to get to the bottom of these good old smells. And I'm going to have to change my position because you're right behind that barrel, of course, Mr. Tonka. Welcome, everyone. Happy Tuesday. You're tuned into the Wildcat Sanctuary, forever home for wildcats in need. I'm hanging out with one of our rescued residents doing the stinky face. Look at that, Mr. Tonka. Caretakers did some lawn mowing and cleaning and took an extra second just to put some scent on some of Tonka's favorite toys, and you can see he's doing some licking. We saw the phlegm response from him earlier. So happy to have everyone along here. We got to see Mr. Oakley in his intake exam. Boy, did things are looking pretty bright for Oakley, and I mean, just how lucky is that cat to be, not only picked up by a human, but picked up by one of the most selfless and caring humans, Tammy. So it's great to see that Oakley's back on the right track to becoming a healthy cat, and we're happy to be housing him here temporarily at the sanctuary until we find him a forever home. Oh, big lick. Oh, rubs. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining, Deanna. Nadia's here. Hey, Toy. Oh, yes. Hey, Denise. Welcome, Ellen. Big boy Tonka, that is right. Big boy is doing some rubbing here. And so how cool was that? If you recall, during the Big Cat Wellness exam that we had last week, Dr. Camper actually pointed out the gland at the top of the tiger's mouth, or any cat's mouth, that's responsible for the phlegm response, maybe. I'm mispronouncing that. The stinky face, as we so endearingly call it here at the sanctuary. And to see that gland is pretty intriguing, and something that I certainly didn't realize about that of the anatomy of a cat. And to see Tonka just doing the sneaky face then, that's exactly what he's doing, is kind of exposing that gland so he can better assess the scents that he is sniffing. And while Tonka's kind of the backdrop here, I'm going to... Oh, it's Mr. Stinky Face. While Tonka's the backdrop, enjoying some of his scent and enrichment here, I hope everyone has had a chance to check out the fall auction that is underway. It started this morning. We gave you guys a little preview of it yesterday. You could go and check out some of the items up for grabs. Anything from, a scratch frame created by Sabrina, to all types of paw prints accompanied by photos with your cat, with some of your favorite cats. We have paw castings. There is some clothing bundles, along with some sanctuary experiences. Those ones are really cool. We have a feeding tour. We have a photo safari. We have kind of a wine tasting, if you will. Lots of different options and lots of different appeals to this fall auction, and we're excited to have it underway. And it's a short 4 days. It ends this Friday, so our fall auction starting today ends Friday. And I know you hear us say this often, but these are some one-of-a-kind TWS items, and I certainly encourage everyone to take some time and peruse the lot and maybe see if anything interests you. And we're coming up on holiday season, believe it or not, so perhaps maybe you'll get a TWS themed gift for the cat lover in your life. That would be a great option too. All right, Lori's already put a bid in. Well done. All right, Lori, it's how I've kind of been thinking of it. It's a win-win for you. You win the bid, and you also are supporting the cats with your purchase, and and you're also getting something back, a TWS keepsake or memorabilia or even a in-person experience. And Kathy Silva, don't be deterred. Some of the items have a minimum bid of only $20. So there might be some items that are a little bit more expensive than others, but there certainly are options for all on our fall auction. Tonka's taking a sip out of his clean pool. Caretakers also drained and filled up for him. And now I think he's about to do his patented back into the water. He likes to put it in reverse before he goes in his pool here. I think we're about to see it right now. Or are you going to prove me wrong, Mr. Tonka? Hanging out with Tonka the Tiger today. This is our second live post of the day here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Tammy went live for Oakley's intake exam. Oakley was a stray cat that Tammy found at a gas station. He was a little worse for the wear and was showing some upper respiratory issues and had some signs of perhaps he'd been in a couple scuffles as a little tomcat. He's not fixed and he was neutered today. But you saw for yourself, Oakley's on the mend and he's doing well. He's not as old as Tammy thought he was. He was sounds like Dr. B estimates him to be 3 to 5 years old, and we're happy that Oakley's doing so well, and we're excited for him to over home too. Aren't we, Mr. Tonka? Becky, that's a valid point. I'm gonna take a second and just show everyone some of the fall foliage that is popping up around the sanctuary. These ones haven't really cracked yet, but if we just look down the back alley of wild woodlands here, and this will really show you how fast fall comes to TWS and how fast winter will certainly be here too. You can see some of these trees have even peaked. But beautiful backdrop for the cats, beautiful backdrop for our hard workers, and of course makes for great photos, doesn't it, Mr. Tonka? But I love seeing these fall colors. It's only going to get more vibrant as we kind of move more into fall here. And I know we just saw, I think Tonka says, well, let me just tell this guy off. Yeah, are you telling me off? I don't blame you. Hey, Mr. T, we can respect your space. I see Pandora hanging on her perch, and we can go and say hi to her. Hope everyone's doing well. Just hanging out with Tonka. We got to see him enjoy some scented enrichment that Caretakers just placed on some of his favorite toys. That's something you'll see is a daily occurrence, a multiple daily occurrence, I should say, for our caretakers in their routine when it comes to entering a cat's habitat. Obviously, the cat being safely locked out in their indoor room or in a shift yard, and then dropping a piece of enrichment, whether it's adding scents to some of Tonka's favorite toys, or we've seen the kind of cardboard tubes with little scents in them for some of the smaller cats. It really goes a long way, and it doesn't take the caretakers a lot of time, and it has a great benefit for cats like Tonka. I can sense I'm getting a little bit of the stink eye from Tonka, so I'm going to walk over and say hi to Miss Pandora, who in classic fashion is taking a nap on her perch. Looks like we're only going to get her back end here. You can see Pandora's pool is filling as well. Sounds like this is our last hurrah this week, at least looking at the forecast in terms of summery type weather. Today it's actually the high today is close to the 80s, so it's certainly a little warmer, nice breeze as well. But again, you see those fall colors behind me. Fall is getting closer. You could even say that it is underway here, and cold temperatures are coming soon. But winter, that's something here in 20 years of operating in Minnesota, that's something we're very familiar with and very outfitted to care for the cats, whether it's adding extra insulated dens in their habitat, and of course every single one of our residents has an indoor room where they can get out of the elements and stay warm. Those indoor rooms even have heated floors, so that's something pretty special too. Miss Pandora is taking a cat nap. I'd say that. And we'd go walk over to Callie's, but just last week we took the opportunity to modify Callie's habitat. We're doing some drainage, riding some drainage, and actually kind of elevated the back portion of her habitat where previously it had just been a very, very tough spot for flooding. And so Miss Callie is just very cooperative cat. She crated right up, and she's just over in Wild Woodlands right now, and we can see her from the office. She's been enjoying perches and all the comforts that she normally does, but we're going to get some grass seed down. We got a mound there for Callie, rocks as well, and so we're really going to outfit this habitat, kind of give it a little remodel or makeover, if you will, and it's going to prevent a lot of that flooding and a lot of heartache for the caretakers in the springtime. So we're happy about that. You can also see, there you are, pretty lady. There's your face. Well, there's your face, and thank you for the chuff from all the way up there. Yeah, you can see that the sky, unfortunately, is a little hazy from the wildfires that have really kind of taken a hold of the western part of the United States. And it's worth mentioning that some of the sanctuaries that are in the Big Cat Sanctuary Alliance, accredited sanctuaries that we're a part of, or not a part of, I should say, are friends with and partners with when it comes to caring and saving wildcats in need. Lion, tigers, and bears in California, and then Wildcat Ridge in Oregon. We're happy to hear that those two sanctuaries, after evacuating, were able to come back to their facility with it being untouched, and obviously their cats were removed from the facility and cared for, and are now back safely at home. So we're happy that those two sanctuaries were able to keep their employees safe and their cats safe. There's a lot going on in the western United States, and it's just hard to even conceive something like that being a possibility, and to see that they're ready for it and able to make the move to keep their cats safe, it's really incredible. And Pandora is going to give the paparazzi a piece of her mind. Sometimes Pandora can get a little testy with me, as you guys have seen on live posts. I think she appreciates my presence to a certain extent. She sees that I'm not the one with a bucket and tongs. Hi. And so perhaps she may have a different opinion of the paparazzi as opposed to her caretakers, but that's okay, Miss Pandy. There's a wonderful Pandora photo collage. I should say it's a photo collage, and in the center of the collage, oh, I know, I'll keep on trucking. You can chuff to your man Tonka. And in the center of the collage is a paw painting that Miss Pandora made. And that's got all types of fun photos surrounding that one-of-a-kind paw print that Pandora painted herself on a piece of canvas, surrounded by pictures of her in her pool, laying on her platform, all of the classic places that Pandora loves laying. So that's a special item in the auction that is underway today and ends this Friday. Tonka, you have some stuff in there too, featured in some of the photos. I even think that Tonka might have a paw print and photo in there, if I'm not mistaken. All right, Mr. T. It's been fun hanging out. I appreciate everyone joining us for this second live post of the day here. Mr. Tonka's enjoying a mild afternoon. We had some scents laid out for him, and he went and knocked over his toys and got to rub on his scent, so that was fun for Tonka. But hey, for now, I think we're going to call that a live post for the afternoon. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Again, today is the last day for matching donations towards our animal care center. You heard Tammy talk about it on this morning's live post, and you have until midnight tonight for your donation to become doubled. That's $5 becomes 10, 10 becomes 20, so on and so forth. So what an amazing opportunity to make a difference for the cats here at TWS, cats like Tonka, and then of course those yet to come, our future rescues. So thank you all who have already participated, and thank you those who are considering donating to our new animal care center. It's truly going to be a life-changing facility that's going to come here to TWS. Life-changing for the staff and for the cats. So thanks again, everyone, for tuning in today. I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday. And Mr. Tonka, we will see you soon.